take 'em. Trying to reach this ultimate with no ultimatum. Proverbials conveying my verbatim proof operations.
Oh, man, I still can't get enough of that intro song. What is up, everybody? It is Monday night. Your favorite hosts of the Pride Rules MMA podcast are back to bring you another amazing show. We are on episode 80. We're getting very close to episode 100. First of all, shout-outs to our sponsors, 80K Fightwear, Black Hole Jiu-Jitsu, Madama Jiu-Jitsu, 2-Minute Warning Sports 360, and our new partners, Fightbook MMA. For all you people out there that want to call into the show, talk some MMA with us, the phone number is 917-889-2676. That is 917-889-2676. I am the host, the Reverend Tommy D. Joined with me tonight by Kareem the Dream, is what he wants to be called. I mean, you know, it's your decision, Kareem. It's a pretty fruitball name, but we'll go with it. And we do not have the Latin sensation that has taken Pride Rules MMA across the nation. The El Profesor is not with us. He is on a plane right now. So we have the first lady of 2-Minute Warning. Trisha is our producer tonight. What is up, Trisha?
What up, guys? I cannot speak Spanish, no, but I will try to fill Omar's shoes. I am very, very happy to be here with our champ, my champion horse. I don't know what to call it, but like you're Mariah, our star of 2MW, Tommy D. And I'm glad to be sitting on the bench with Kareem. Sorry, Kareem.
Well, you got today
is an awesome day. Like I said, we are partnered with Fightbook MMA, and Roberto hit me up today to let me know that Fightbook MMA is now joining forces with USA Today. We are going global, everybody.
Yes.
We are going global. It is going to be amazing. I am so excited. Yes, I am so excited for the future. I'm going to be happy to working with Roberto. He's going to come on the show for our second show this week to actually talk about the partnership that we now have with USA Today. Whether it's going to be Trisha running the board or it's going to be Omar, either way, it's going to be a fun episode to talk to Roberto. What do you guys think about this? Trisha, let's go to you first.
Listen, I am so happy, not just for the opportunity, but I'm happy for Tommy D. Because I don't know, you guys need to go back in these archives and listen to how this shit started. He has, you are like, I don't know, you jump leaps and bounds. Like, I don't know how, I don't know. I just feel like I hit the jackpot, like by mistake too, because you were just like somebody in the comments, right? In the group. And now you turned out to be like this, I don't know, you're great. So I'm so happy, and this opportunity comes for people who deserve it, and definitely Pride Rules, which is one of the 3 shows that we have in 2-Minute Warning 360. Pride Rules is definitely hardworking, and I can't wait to see what comes of it. So shout out to Fightbook MMA for recognizing talent. Shout out to me for being lucky. That's how I put it.
That's a good one.
Kareem, you should have seen how resistant she was to have an MMA podcast, bro. Like it was bad, bro. It was bad.
Man.
No, can I share a story on how it happened? So I think Omar asked me for about 6 months, right? And being that we had Fury start and how that process is, a process would make it, going from just someone that comments on the wall to actually being like the star of their own podcasts like Tommy, Omar, Kristen Yu, or the guys of Fury. It's sometimes a journey. So I get like really reluctant in like starting something new because I'm invested in everybody, like 100. Even though it looks like I'm kind of hands off, it's because there's some lessons you got to learn without people there and some lessons there. But Omar like cornered me in a bar. I don't even know which event we were at, but he was like, look, right? And it's kind of hard with his accent sometimes. He was like, look, it's got to happen, right? And I was like, you know what? Let's do it. And then I think it started in October, right? In October last year.
Yep.
And now, listen, I'm glad I got the peer pressure.
Yeah, it was rough, and it sucks because we lost our original host, Carl Gucci, still a good friend of mine, and Chris is off doing his thing. They're always going to be Pride Rules family here. They always have an open invitation to call in, jump in with us, and have some fun. But Kareem, it was rough because it wasn't looking like this was going to happen.
Yeah, that'd be
and then
horrible,
here you
man.
are. Here you are, able to ride the coattails into success. I mean, talk about stepping in shit.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm able to come in and help the show out, fill in a couple of spots. You guys did a great job. The first few I listened to, everything was great. When you had on Truck, it was just, I'm lucky. I'm on the Trish boat right now. I'm lucky. I definitely stepped in shit, and I don't plan on wiping it off.
Guys,
we got a caller already.
We got a caller already, and guess what? Guess who it is? You know what? I'll let him introduce himself. But Tommy, please don't pee yourself, okay? Right?
Okay.
Who's on the line?
Get on that way.
Who?
Do you know who that is, Tommy?
I have no idea.
Fucking man, it's Robert.
Who?
Robert, Fight Book MMA, brother.
Oh, man, dude, you were able to call in. Holy crap.
Yes.
What's up, man? Holy crap.
Tell them that speak Spanish. I'm going to put in a little bit of Spanish in there.
Well, we're missing Omar tonight, so you just filled the void perfectly. What is up, brother? Congratulations with the partnership with USA Today, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
And thank you for making us part of the Fight Book family. I mean, it's insane. The timing was just amazing.
Hey, that's right, man. Timing is always everything.
Yeah,
man. It was pretty cool, man. From Thursday until today, man, I was just freaking. I couldn't sleep.
I can bet.
I had this phone call today for during my lunch break, and I was like, man, I better not fuck this up, man. And but yeah, man, it's a true honor to be able to be part of this huge network. Because everybody knows MMA Junkie. They're with USA Today, so for Fight Book MMA to be part of that, it's huge.
So, tell our listeners exactly what this means with USA Today.
Well, obviously the financial part. It's going to help us be able to do more with the website, be able to sponsor more people, sponsor fighters, sponsor podcasts, especially the ones that are that are part of our team. Everybody's going to benefit from this. It's not just me, and it's not just the Fight Book MMA team. It's going to be everyone that's involved. So everybody that's been with us since day one until today, everybody's going to get something. That's always been the way Fight Book MMA's been. We've never been that type of people to it's just always me. We've always had that fighter first mentality. So, we're going to be able to help those amateur fighters even more because they're amateurs. Everybody's got to work. Some of these fighters, even the pros, they have 2 full-time jobs. They don't sleep, and they got to, they want to make their dreams come true. So why not us help the amateurs, fulfill that dream? And they'll remember us. That's one thing too. These Amis will remember who helped them out, and even the podcast. Like y'all and everybody else that's with us.
Well, man, it's an honor to be with you guys, and we we actually sponsored a fighter.
Right on.
We sponsored Tyler King when he fought in Ryzen. He set out a challenge.
My boy Tyler. That boy's a beast, man.
He set out a challenge when he came on the show the first time and said that if we can raise $500 for a friend of his that got a compound fracture in his leg who's a pro wrestler, that he would put our logo on his shorts and his banner. So Omar, the crazy son of a bitch that he is, grabbed his credit card and put $500 right into that GoFundMe account by the end of the interview. So it was pretty intense to see our logo in the Saitama Super Arena where Pride reigns supreme forever. And, that's why our show's name is Pride Rules, because we love the Pride Rules. So we understand where you're coming from with the sponsorships. And there's so many fighters that are looking for sponsorships. And a lot of our guests that we've had on asking if we could get them sponsorships. And, it's kind of difficult because most of the sponsors that we have, like with 80K Fightwear, it's a small company. So they can't pay these guys, thousands or hundreds of dollars. They could give them gear. And not all these guys are looking for that. It's rough. It's rough.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, it is. And then, too, being partnered with them, obviously it's going to increase our viewership. So there's going to be a lot more views. It's just going to escalate us a lot further. You know what I mean? It's just gonna be awesome.
Well, hell, man, you've been doing great enough. You were telling me that the website gets 700,000 views a month.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, man, it's been awesome. I mean, because we work really close with a lot of promotions, especially here in Albuquerque. We work a lot with the local scene here, and this Saturday I'm gonna go cover an event for a promotion that actually gave me a call, and they're like, "Hey, would you like to cover our event?" And it's our first event. Hell yeah. I gotta support the local MMA scene, man. Greg Jackson's, they love our what we do, and they love our support. They love that we cover their events as well. So, it's really nice. It's really awesome to be able to still be humbled, even though we have this opportunity. But like I told my team today, I was like, we still got to be humble. We still got to be the way we are, run business as usual, and and continue on. Because there's a lot of people out there that they start getting a lot of this stuff, and they start getting that big head, and it's just not the way it's supposed to be. You know what I mean?
So, Roberto, this is Trisha. I do have a question. You sound like a really grounded guy. I'm just curious to hear the story of how it started, like how you started, Fight Book MMA. Because every one of us that has started like a media platform has that moment when they knew they needed to do something like this. So I just want you to share with everyone your story.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Man, back in the day, I was a amateur cage fighter and kickboxer, and in my last fight, I hurt my knee. I took the fight 2 weeks' notice, and it was 2 different weight classes. The guy was a lot bigger than me, but I was a favorite for a friend. And Facebook came around, and there's a lot of Facebook groups, and I just didn't like the vibe of certain groups, so I decided to start my own. We started off with like 10 people.
Yeah.
And from there, it just started to grow. We started posting news, we started posting our own stuff. And then I decided, you know what, why don't I just start a website and get like the RSS feeds from all these giant websites that are out there. And that was through Wix, it was the free website, And a friend of mine in Canada, he reached out to me and he's like, hey, Rob, like, I love what you're doing. Let's actually get to a real website. I was like, all right.
Okay.
So we started a website. This was back in 2013 when we started Fight Book MMA. I had zero how to run a website. I didn't know anything about promotions, like reaching out to them, reaching out to fighters, nothing. But I did it trial and error. I learned I started seeing what other websites were doing, how they were doing it. So then I put in my own flavor into it. And next thing you know, you fast forward to now, our Facebook group is almost at 6,000, people in the group. The fan page is almost at 24,000 likes, I think.
Yeah, I saw that. Crazy.
Something like that. Yeah, we just started that fan page 2 years ago.
Oh, I'm jealous. I'll fight you. Sorry.
Yeah, and and then also too on Twitter, I had a friend that before I started this FightBookMMA.com and I had the Wix, my friend would always hook me up with the live stream for the fight, and yeah. So very well because it's still. But yeah, now everybody, the team we have they're very awesome. I have a media manager that's out in Canada, 2 media managers out in Canada. I have a media manager in the UK in London. I have a team in Mexico. I have a team all over the States, and it's just starting to grow even more. And then you all saw the list of the podcasts that we have on the website. So, those they hook it up too with a shout out and stuff. So, but yeah, that's how in short that's what Fight Book MMA came about.
He's like, yeah, simply, I just started as a free site, and now, well, I'm on top. No biggie. It's like it just happened, chilling.
Well, yeah, hey, if anybody knows how hard it is to get in touch with these fighters and their management team, Ali, I'm talking to you for dominance. It's amazing. You get so many doors closed on you if people don't know who you are. When
oh man.
Yeah, well, when we had Eddie Gordon on our third show, right, Rob? And when we started this podcast, I said I was going to get guests. Now Eddie is a extended teammate of mine and Kareem, because we're affiliated with Sarah Jiu-Jitsu. And we got Eddie on, and it was an amazing show. So we find out that he was on what was that, season 25 of The Ultimate Fighter, The Redemption?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I believe.
He wanted to come back on the show. So in order for him to come back on the show, I had to talk to one of the PR people at the UFC. And basically, in the email, in layman's terms, the lady said, well, you're not shit, so you can't have him on until after the season airs. Even though he'd been on the show already.
Man, I put in the first year that I started the website, I think I put in 5 media credentials a month, and they all got turned away. But I never stopped. I kept on doing it. I kept on persisting until finally, what was it? Golden Boy Promotions they actually gave me media credentials to cover Canelo Alvarez versus Kirkland.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. That was my very first event that I ever covered out in Houston. And it was through Golden Boy Promotions. And since then, everybody's been saying yes, except for the UFC. I mean, you know, it's the UFC.
Not anymore. Not
anymore. That's funny.
When they come back to New York, you can have me front and center. You'll get 8,000 pictures from me. Trust me. And videos. Trust me. We're about to own the East Coast. Believe me. I'll steal a car to drive down to a Florida promotion. Trust me.
It's been a crazy year, man. I mean, you know, we've won 4 awards already.
What?
Yeah, we won 4 awards, which was a surprise because I didn't think we would. But if y'all go to the website on the homepage, scroll all the way down and you'll see the 4 awards that I put on that we won down there. And then now this, I mean, man, it's really awesome to be able to be part of the USA Today, you know, company.
I'm so happy for you, Roberto. And at the same time, I'm like so jealous. And I'm like, I keep clapping and be like, damn it, man, damn it.
Hey, don't worry. This is gonna benefit everyone. Trust me, it is. I mean, they're gonna see that the numbers, you know, grow, and it's gonna be one hell of a ride, man.
Dude, I was telling everybody I'm just happy with a media credential. I'm just happy with that. I'm happy with the promotion giving me a pass to sit in press row to cover fights. You know?
Yeah. No, I know what you mean, man. Who the hell is calling me?
But
sorry, somebody's calling. I don't know if it's all come on.
I'll tell you this, Roberto, like Tommy is a hard worker, so you're gonna get quality work out of him. But we also on the side call him Mariah. Like he is such a fight diva. So like beware. Like and it's in the good way. He's a perfectionist. He's all about the craft. But
that's good. No, that's good. I mean, I'm the same way. If I see that there's an article that's in the website and I just don't like the way it's posted, I have to go back and redo it until it's perfect. But you know, it is how it is. You know, we got to you know, keep our baby happy.
Well, I don't see it going anywhere else but up here, man. I mean, USA Today wouldn't put their stamp on it if they didn't think the juice was worth the squeeze. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's true. You know, like I said, man, this is an awesome opportunity that we have, and you know, it couldn't happen, you know, without the team. You know, it's a team effort. You know, it's just. That's just how it is. Yeah, you know, the guys were always telling me, but you're the captain. You're the one running the ship. Yeah, but if I'm not a good captain, then I wouldn't have a good team. You know? So I got to be done.
But here trying to do TED Talks. Trying to out here inspiring people,
there.
Man.
That's a real leader right there. He gives the credit to everybody else other than himself. That's a leader.
Out here doing workshops.
That's a leader. You know, I can't do that. You know what I mean? Because this is me. This show, it's me. It's all about me.
Here come Mariah right now.
You know, we brought Kareem in because he gets to ride the success wave now, you know?
It's perfect timing. I stepped in the absolute perfect pile of shit here, and it's working out pretty well. I mean, maybe it's all because of me. Maybe it's not all Tommy. Maybe it's all me because, you know, I get on, get more fighters. I do some
like
regular spots. You get
his
fight
second
books,
episode.
you get yeah. No, you're welcome, Tommy. You're welcome.
Well, to be honest, I think the future success has to go to Robert. Let's be real here. Let's be real here. The future success is going to have to go to him for allowing Pride Rules to be a part of his amazing team.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. So, Robert, I know you all about the grind. You said never stop posting, never all this inspirational stuff that now I have to go change my life to be just like you. But like, what are you gonna do to celebrate this? Can we ask? Because you gotta celebrate. You gotta do something.
I haven't really thought about that yet. Like, I don't think it's gonna hit me until tomorrow morning when I fax over the paperwork. You know, that's when I know that it's real. Because I got the email today for the paperwork to get signed and do all the signage. So I think tomorrow, as soon as I hit that send button, I think that's when it's going to hit.
Hit the send button. Look for the OK receipt from the fax.
Yes.
Shit, I'd fax it twice. Fax it twice. Like, did you get it?
No, you know what? I think I'm just gonna go out and have a nice dinner somewhere with the wife, and you know, and celebrate. But you know, I have to just gotta keep on going. I can't stop. You know, and I work a full-time job, so it's I'm busy all day, every day.
That's going to be taxed pretty soon.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I had said this to my wife the other day, and she laughed, but I have 3 jobs, one of which I get paid for, and the other 2 I like more than the one I get paid for. Isn't that sick?
You know what, man? That's exactly how I feel.
I mean, it's amazing.
Yes, I work at the job I get paid for just so I can survive, but I work at my other job because I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, and you know, people say that all the time. If you have a job that you love, if you don't get paid enough for it, it doesn't bother you. I mean, just like you, I have to work a job that pays the bills. I mean, I'm stuck in a hotel room right now in another state while my wife and kids are at home just to pay the bills. But there's just no better feeling than doing what you love and getting something out of it. I mean, honestly, you've got it one step over everybody else. I mean, you were in there. You fought amateur.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you know more than most of these guys do. Like Kareem and I train. We've never had the opportunity to fight. But you'll have a lot of these guys like, you know, Ariel Helwani who have an opinion about everything and probably have never thrown a punch in a cage, never worked jiu-jitsu before, you know, and they get to have an opinion. And that's the kind of stuff that always makes me mad. And they're probably millionaires over it, and, you know, they just don't know.
Yep.
Know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, totally. I know exactly what you mean, man. You got these guys that they tell you, well, he should have trained more, or he should have thrown the jab this way. And I'm like, well, what are you doing?
Saying they're getting carpal tunnel while people out there breaking bones, you know.
Cream, you have any questions for Robert?
No, I was just wondering, like, what do you think you're gonna do with the first big event you get? You're gonna let Tommy loose right out the gate, or you have a team of people you'll send, you know, kind of keep him in check to make sure he's P's and Q's?
Well, you know what though? So I'm still waiting for Ring of Comment to get back with me, and for CFSC to get back with me also. So once they say yes, you're in.
Yes, Tommy, we getting you work, bro.
But if you get credentials approved at another in a UFC event out in New York, it's probably going to be you and my other guy out there that lives out in New York, because he covers a lot of the Glory Kickboxing events out there for me.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's big.
Yeah. So, but if we do, and when we do get approved for UFC, I'm sure it's going to be both of y'all out there.
Hey man, I don't mind working with a group of people. Kareem, you're an asshole for asking that and embarrassing me on live radio, but you know what? I love it because you're fitting right in with the group.
You know, we're not on the mats. I can't choke you anymore, so you know, who knows when's the next time we're gonna cross paths. So, you know, I got to get my digs where I can get them.
Audio punch.
I hope those credentials come in for Ring of Combat, because you know that's going to be a big event, because Frankie Perez is fighting again. That's a huge event for Ring of Combat, considering that, you know, Frankie's he was a UFC fighter and he retired for a while and then decided to come back. So that's a big one.
You know, that's huge too, because Lou Negley is pretty good with Josh and like Dante Rivera and those guys, and like Lou's always awesome to the entire Madama team, and he loves Shammy. So
That's our teammate, Rob. If you couldn't get that.
Oh, okay. No, that's cool. That's pretty cool. If the page doesn't get back to me, I'll just have to text Lou and ask him and be like, "Yo, man, hook it up."
Just say it's Josh Madama's student. That's all.
Like seriously,
that's all he'll need.
Yeah, like for real, he absolutely, like, that'll go a long way. Even though it's Tommy, it'll still.
Even though it's Tommy,
it'll still go.
All right, I'll make sure to mention that to him.
So, Rob,
yeah.
I gotta ask you, what's
up?
What are your thoughts on this whole Conor situation with the UFC? How Dana White's still gonna give this guy a job even after the complete fuckery he pulled at the Barclays Center?
You know what, man? To be honest, I don't think he's going to do anything.
I don't either.
He's going to get his punishment through law or whatever it is that they're going to do with him, which is probably nothing than what he's already done now. He's already paid his dues for, well, some of it, but, you know, it is what it is. It's Conor McGregor, man. That's the money. That's the money right there for the UFC, so I don't think Dana's going to do anything. I mean, nobody's talking about it anymore. Really, you know, it's not out in the news anymore. It's not the hot topic right now.
True.
So, you know.
No, I think the only thing I saw was, you know, Conor McGregor is facing up to 7 months in prison. Yeah, okay. Sure. He's going to do 7 months in jail. A celebrity is going to do 7 months in jail.
No, I don't think he will. He's just going to get.
I don't either.
He's just going to get a slap in the wrist and say, "All right, be gone, go fight."
How much money do you think he's going to have to pay out?
What was that?
How much money do you think he's going to have to pay out?
Probably $500,000.
Wasn't a fighter injured? Didn't he get like glass in his eye? Didn't I catch that?
Well, there were two fighters that were injured.
Fake
injured.
news.
A UFC employee. No, that wasn't fake news.
No, listen, I'm not saying the injuries didn't happen. I'm just saying that the way Dana told this story, the way everybody, he's got glass in his eyes, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this guy's bleeding from the face, and like his career is, this is the way they made it sound like he stressed that he had glass in his eyes, and that Kiesa's all split, Now you got people close to Kies like calling him. He's not answering messages. He's not returning calls. You haven't seen hide nor hair of either one of these guys since these injuries, as if by the time you do, the reason they won't look too severe is, that was so long ago now. I just don't think they were as serious as they were made out to be. Like, I'm a huge Connor fan.
There were photos of Ray Borg, and his eyes were beyond red because he had corneal scratches. So there were photos.
Listen, man, I got terrible allergies, and my eyes are beyond red every day, and I can see just fine. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you can keep telling the listeners that it's from your allergies. Okay.
Yeah, like look, that further proves my point. Yeah. Look, whatever my eyes are red from, they work just fine. So, again, I'm not saying Ray wasn't hurt. I'm just saying they hammed it up. And, you would think, they're like, people talking about, Chiesa said he was going to sue. I didn't see a report, with his quote or video or soundbite or anything. I heard a lot of other people speaking for him, talking about what he's going to do. Haven't heard anything from him. It sounds like a lot of fucking hush money got fucking slid out and dealt out for these guys to just fucking slide to the background. I wouldn't be surprised if they got paid their fucking show and win money, because, why else would two people who had their fights pulled because of one person's thoughtless actions just be so quiet? They're known fighters. They're not even B-list guys. They're known fighters. They could get an interview with anybody and tell a fucking story, and yet silence. To this day, no real interview, no real sit-down. Chiesa's good friends with Chael. Hasn't been on the podcast, hasn't spoken to him, nothing.
Well, legally, he probably can't.
True.
Probably can't legally.
Listen.
There's legal ramifications with these things, right, Rob?
Yeah. Well, they did get paid their show money, but not their win money.
Okay, see, I figured it was something like that because, again, why else would these two guys be so completely quiet? And, again, tell me you're right. There's probably, legal loopholes to, step around with how much can be said or not. But my thinking is if Dana can run out talking about people's injuries, talking about this, and then every other outlet can report on it and tell us what Chiesa and everyone else is doing based on second and third-hand hearsay, then why can't those two guys speak for themselves? Why can't, Chiesa have a friendly conversation with Chael, and then maybe Chael jumps on his show and goes, hey, man, I talked to Chiesa, and this is what he said. Nobody's heard from these people. It's they got Hillaried. They're nowhere to be found. What is going on with those two guys right now? That's what I would like to see. I would like to wake up tomorrow morning before I go to work and see a little snippet on bjpenn.com. Hey, Michael Chiesa just said blah, 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 whatever it is, however much he's upset about it, what he's planning to do or what he's letting go. I'd like to see something that's coming directly from him and not Dana White, who, as angry as he seemed to be at what Conor did, is going to look out for his pockets.
Because if it comes from bjpenn.com, it's most likely fake news. You just threw out the wrong website. Well, listen, let me spin off on another one before we let Rob go. Rob, Colby Covington. What are your thoughts on him? Yeah, exactly. What are your thoughts on Colby Covington?
He just needs to train and get ready for his next fight. Obviously, he wants to fight with Joe Rogan.
Yeah, what is that about? That's what I mean. What is that about? Why is he saying that he wants to slap Joe Rogan?
I don't know, man. I guess Joe Rogan talked a lot of shit about him, and I guess he just doesn't like that he gets picked on by him. So I guess, he is the way he is, man. All his tweets and all his social medias, whatever he posts, he's just being a big fat bully. That's not what he is. And he just needs to shut up. Seriously, he needs to shut up.
It's kind of hard for me to look at a guy like a bully who got outstruck by a guy who has zero striking ability and just amazing jiu-jitsu. I mean, he got outstruck by Damian Maia.
Well, yeah. I mean, Damian Maia. You know, but I don't know. That guy is just. Every time I hear anything or see anything on the news about him, I'm just like, scroll next.
Well, hey man, you got to pay attention to that stuff now. You're turning into big time MMA media now, man.
Yeah. Hey, that's
no, he can just dust it off on you.
Yeah, there you go. You can dust it off on me. Well, no, because you got to cover that, and you also got to cover the ridiculous things like CM Punk getting another fight in the UFC. You were commenting. You were commenting on the last show, and like I said, if he goes longer than 5 minutes against Mike Jackson, you will see CM Punk in a third fight in the UFC next year or the year after. I guarantee it.
I don't think we should hate on him so heavy. Like, if you had a dream to do something, like, I don't know, host a podcast, and you got to do it, and you didn't have to, you didn't have to, crawl through as much shit as everybody else did, to get started. Like, we got a good path here. Like, should we stop and slow down and go, no, wait, guys, let's go the hard way that a lot of other people had to go so we really earn it. Like,
yeah,
I could argue.
I want to hear you bring. Wait a minute. I want to hear you bring that argument to Shammy, and then come back and talk to me.
Listen. Listen. What I'm saying is, professional wrestling is fake. Outcomes are determined beforehand. We all know this. But the bumps, the physical wear and tear, the practically year-round schedule that these guys keep. Him doing that for 12-plus years, if he decides, I want to fight for real, I think that takes some balls, and let's at least acknowledge that, however bad he did, he took it serious. And I don't know about you,
great.
But if I decide to do something and I fall on my face, sometimes I want another shot.
The other guys that did that, like Batista, they didn't get hot-shotted straight to the UFC, where all these guys are plotting and planning to go. They went to the smaller organizations.
Listen to what you just said. They went to the smaller organizations. Bobby Lashley didn't come to the UFC. He didn't go to Dana White. Neither did Batista. Neither one of those guys did what CM Punk did, or just for the sake of seeing what happens, I guarantee you Dana would have put either one of those guys in a heavyweight fight in the UFC.
Well, tomato. It's an argument that
it's a smarter move.
It's an argument that either one of us could have. But listen, Robert, thank you so much for calling in tonight. I didn't think we were going to be able to get you tonight, but honestly, I am so glad. Yeah, I'm so glad that you were able to come on. I'm so glad you were able to talk about the USA Today stuff. And honestly, for us here at Pride Rules MMA, for Tricia with 2 Minute Warning Sports 360, thank you so much for making us part of Fightbook MMA family, and we cannot wait to do big things for you, with your organization, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I really do. We just got to keep on going, man, and just move forward.
Thanks so much, Robert.
That, and we will do that. And don't forget to get me those credentials for Ring of Combat and CFFC. You know what I mean?
I'm just trying to go to Mexico. Like, are we all being honest now? I'm just trying to go to Mexico. So, hook me up too.
You want to tell me that they're not in Mexico?
I'll do whatever.
Oh, man. Rob, thank you so much. And I will definitely be talking to you soon. And thank you again for coming on, man.
You're welcome, and thanks for having me. I really appreciate it, man.
Dude, you don't have to thank us for having you. You brought us into you brought us into the Fightbook MMA family. You're like the Dana White to UFC Unfiltered. You just come on here whenever the hell you want.
Yeah. And, thank you in advance for my color commentary article job. Coming down the line. Throw that out there.
Yeah, Kareem, you write the article and I'll edit it for you, okay?
No. We need it to be legible and like readable. Like people have to understand it, Tommy. So let's do that the other way.
Well, hey, Rob, again, thank you for taking the time out, and don't be a stranger, man. Call in on Monday nights.
I will.
All right, Rob. Thank you again, brother.
Thank you.
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. There you have it. You have the details on the USA Today signing. And God damn it, Pride Rules is about to go through the roof. See, Trisha? I told you.
Yeah.
We told you.
I know you did. I'll admit that. No, but
and the funny thing is,
go ahead.
The funny thing is, I was happy just being background noise. I was happy not being the host of the show. I was happy not having to write out these soliloquies every goddamn show and just chiming in. I was happy with that.
Well, Tommy, the universe works in mysterious ways, and you floated up to the top like, I don't know, Ice Cube or something like that. I'll figure out that analogy.
A turd,
soon,
you can say it. A turd that floats to the top of the bowl.
Okay, you did. But again, I'm proud of you. You guys work hard. You work hard, and Robert seems to be an amazing guy. I think he's really cool and can inspire a lot of people to just stick with what they really, really love. And I can't wait to see this thing grow. So I might have to learn some more MMA stuff because I'm just trying to go to Mexico. Like he said, he had a team in Mexico, and I'm like, yo, is it in the Cancun area? Like, let me know.
And to 2-minute warning that you guys haven't jumped on the Pride Rules bus yet, you're missing the fucking ticket. You're all missing the fucking ticket.
Now it's just an Uber. We don't even have a bus. Let's put it in the Uber.
That's right.
No more seats. No more. The pool is full.
It's an Uber and a motherfucking Ferrari. That's what
I know,
it is.
Right? The pool is full. Bitches.
Well, listen, we got fights coming up this weekend. We do. And I know Kareem's laughing at the event and whatever it is, but it's actually a pretty decent card. Would I call it a pay-per-view? I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm spending my hard-earned $60 on it, but I have the G Pass. I don't have to spend that money on it. But what I want to talk about is the main card of the SF1 prelims. Well, basically the main event of the FS1 prelims. New Jersey's own Carl Robertson comes out in his second UFC fight against Cesar Ferreira. Trisha, I don't know if you are familiar with Carl Robertson, but he was a kickboxing monster. He's also a teammate of friend of the show, Sean Teed.
Okay.
He's coming out there. What's up?
I said okay.
He's coming out there against a pretty tough opponent in Ferreira, but I honestly don't see Ferreira standing a chance in this fight. Kareem, I want to spin this off to you. What do you think?
Listen, we always go for the home team, no matter what. Like we get to see from our side of things how our guys.
Well, if you're saying home team, this shit's in Brazil. You know what I mean?
Like I'm talking about, like our guys like. Yeah. Listen, Brazilian fans are great, very passionate, but sometimes they really got to calm the fuck down. Like, tone it down a bit. It gets a little extreme. Like this one, I just want to sit back, root for Phillies, root for my peeps. There's not too much that's like, and maybe maybe I'm the only one. There's not too much I'm super, super excited about. I'm just more curious about outcomes. I don't even have, like, this time, I don't even really have picks. I'm just waiting to see what happens. Like, give me some good fights and just let it roll forward.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was kind of hoping you'd have a fucking prediction.
I'm like, look,
right.
well, I'm just saying, like, that's how I keep. There's some cards I get really, really over the top about. There's some cards I'm like, yo, man, this would be good. I think, and I'll run down. I'll make my picks and put in picks with the guys at work or, the guys over at Madama's. But there's some cards where I'm like, not disinterested, but I'm just like, I can't even bring myself to go left or right. I'm just like, I wonder what's going to happen. And I'm glued. I'm tuned in. I'm dialed in. But I'm just like, let's just see where it goes.
It's a sleeper card is what this is. This is a sleeper card, honestly.
Yeah, this has happened before where they start off that way, and one fight in, even like, going Fox Prelims, shit heats up, and then that gets me going, and then I'll real quick bring the card up on the phone, and then, I'm turning my brother, I'm turning whoever I'm sitting with, and I'm like, all right, here's how. Then I'm investing. Then I'm going in. But just right now at this moment, I'm just sitting back. I'm holding the wall up a little bit.
With Carl, I'm excited to see his striking ability. We didn't get to see it in the last fight because he choked his opponent out with a guillotine, I think it was. I'm excited to see that kickboxing that he's got, and with Caesar, I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking he's going to try and take it to the ground, and Carl works with Ricardo Almeida, and if you're going to. Yeah, I don't think I want to test Carl's groundwork now. I'm sure, Caesar's a fucking black belt. You're from Brazil. You're born with a purple belt. And then by the time you're 15, you're a fucking black belt. But I'm hoping Carl comes out and pulls the win. It would be great for Team Ricardo and Sean and everybody to have this guy come out there and pull out a win. Right? All right, well, let's jump on to the curtain. What's up? What were you going to say?
Unless that Brazilian blood gets boiling and he just believes, yeah, I got this. Like, fuck everything I've seen you do or heard, or, forget your last fight. I got this.
Well, bro, he might, and good Lord, if Carl stuffs it and Caesar's hands aren't on the ground, he's about to throw a fucking knee up Main Street, and it's going to be good night, Irene.
Everybody go night-night.
Yes, exactly. And, I hope that's how the FS1 prelims end to start off the main card, because the curtain jerker that we have for the main card is Vitor's retirement fight against Lyoto Machida. I know everybody's saying that it's crap, because it's not TRT Vitor. He's not the same. But you're talking about two guys from Brazil fighting in Brazil for a legend's final fight. Kareem, what do you think?
I think Vitor should have walked away when he had the chance. I don't believe, listen, you can't tune a race car to run off of, pure bullshit for 10 plus years and then take all of that away and go, now go do great. TRT Vitor was, top of the food chain, monster, world destroyer. He looks like an old man at a bodega behind the counter that's pointing at you not to steal. He's got to stop. It's not good. Lyoto's had a couple of, missteps over the past couple of years, but Lyoto's still Lyoto. This guy's, Vitor has he has the potential to, put this away, go out good, but it's more likely he's going out on his shield rather than going home with it. It's not a good look for him. This one, if I was going to make a pick, I'm thinking Lyoto's going to tuck him in the bed by mid-second.
Do you think Machida takes a page out of Anderson Silva's book and front kicks Vitor at the start of the fight?
I think he's going to hit him with one of those snap karate high kicks. Like he's going to feel him out. And depending on how Vitor responds to that snap high kick, that's probably going to be the thing that puts him away. And like Vitor, you know, he feels good with his like that heel kick. I don't know, man. He's going to chase something that's not going to be there, and he's going to pay for it. Because Lyoto's probably looking to make a statement about now.
I want to see Vitor come out like he did against Wanderlei in the UFC and attempt to punch Lyoto across the cage. I want to see Vitor pull out all the stops for his last fight. That's what I want to see.
They pulled all the juice out of Vitor, so you're not going to see that. What you're going to see is you're going to see a shadow of his former self because he's still got skills. I don't think the skills degrade too much. You're just going to see a shadow, a physical shadow of his former self attempting to do something that I don't think without the juice he was ever physically capable of doing. Like maybe what he learned over a lifetime and like, you know, stored out in his mind and was like mentally able to put together. He just could not physically execute. And he just figured, you know, it's the Wild Wild West days. Nobody's really testing. You know, I'll do a couple of cycles. A couple of cycles turned into like a decade, and really couldn't do it anymore. It's like he's not going to go. Like, look what happened. He came out crazy against Weidman. Weidman weathered the storm, and as soon as it let up for a split second, it was over. If he comes out attempting to be TRT Vitor and, like, rush him and just overwhelm him, Leo's either going to sidestep and tuck him in, or he'll pull a Weidman. He'll just weather it out. The old man will tire himself out, and then he'll get sent off into the sunset.
And that's the bottom line, because Green said so.
That's right.
All right, man. Well, listen, let's jump on to the second fight. I mean, this one's really weird to me because Aljamain Sterling has been catching nothing but shit from these scumfucks on Twitter about fighting unranked guys, right? But right now, John Lineker, who's ranked number 6, is fighting Brian Keller, who is unranked. I'm going to go with Lineker just because of how high he's ranked and how amazing of a fighter he is. Trisha, do you know anything about these two guys?
Not a clue.
I believe is it the Brian Kelleher bald guy with the beard? I'm not because I'm friends with him on Facebook. Like that guy, he just put away whatchamacallit, his last fight. Was it Edinburgh? If I'm not mistaken, like if that's the guy we're talking about, like now don't count him out. Like that guy's in the mix.
I don't count him out, but look, Lineker is amazing in that division. He's amazing in that division. He's ranked number 6 for a reason. Now, this fight does nothing for Lineker if he beats Keller.
I don't
this
think
is more for Keller. You know what I mean? This is more for Keller than it is for
a fact.
John Lineker.
I don't see it going Lineker's way. It's like a
really upset.
You ever see those fights where people are like, oh, you know, this one should be, you know, in the pages. It should go away. You know, kind of like, you know, once Brock got his feet wet and then he like fish raped Mir's face. Like you just thought, oh well, Mir beat him the first time. Here we go again. And then the next thing you know, Mir's actually never been the same since that fight.
But here's my problem with that fight. Brock was winning their first fight. He was winning. Mir was able to pull that fucking toe hold or heel hook, whatever the hell it was, out of nowhere. But
it was the knee bar. Yeah, but it's
before
like that's like
he was losing.
Yes, but you want to attribute to like, awareness in the octagon, like knowing where your opponent is, like, keeping cool in your composure. That's the difference between somebody just stepping out and somebody who's a vet at this. So when you see that, and like Brock didn't even fight, he was just like, wow, that shit's locked in and taps. You see a second fight coming up with them, everybody was just like, here we go again. Like, this is going to be over quick, or he's going to catch Brock in something and blah, blah, blah. That's just going to be it. And then it went in the completely opposite direction, and everybody was just jaw drop.
Mm-hmm.
I get that feeling that Kellen's going to go out because this dude's not afraid to get in there and trade. He's got good hands. I don't think this was a smart move for Lineker if he was just like looking to, coast and get a paycheck, like agreeing to this fight. I feel like this is like the night's not going to go the way he's thinking it's going to go.
I want to agree with you. I do. I do. I want to agree with you, but for some reason I can't. I don't know why. I just can't. I just think this is, to me, this fight should have been on the prelims, and Carl Robertson should have been on the main card. That's just, maybe it's just home cooking. Maybe that's what it is. It's just this fight just doesn't do it for me. I guess that's what it is. If Kelleher pulls out an amazing upset, then I'll be wrong. I just don't think that he will. Trisha, I know you don't know these two fighters, but what are your thoughts on this? You have been a combatant in the karate arena.
I don't know. So, it's. I'm kind of on your side, Tommy. Like, it's kind of difficult to just, go for Kelleher, but I know you kind of listed some points, Kareem the Dream, on why you think he could. Kelleher could, I guess, pull off the quote unquote upset. But like, give me two things that you
Krista,
expect.
Just so you know, Tyler King is calling in.
Oh, hold on. Tyler, hold on. My bad. Once I was deep in thought. Sorry, hold on. Tyler, I apologize. It's hard working the boards and kind of like helping Kareem predict fights at the same time. But welcome.
I usually accept excuses, but this time you're so gracious. I accept.
I appreciate it, Tyler. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
we were talking about you earlier.
What were you talking about earlier?
You earlier? Well, we had Roberto on from Fightbook MMA because Pride Rules Podcast is now part of the Fightbook MMA family, and we were talking about fight. Thank you. And we were talking about fighter sponsorships and how we sponsored you in the Saitama Super Arena. So we were talking about you in a positive light tonight.
Oh, okay. That's funny you bring that up. I actually just sent a message to Shingo Kazuruchi, the matchmaker for Ryzen, and it said, if you'd like to bring a exciting fighter that will fight in the kill or be killed style, the Japanese fans know and love, as opposed to all these nobodies that fight the decision, give me a call. So hopefully July 29th I'll be getting back there. But man, did you guys watch that card?
Are you putting the Pride Rules MMA patch back on the shorts for that fight?
If they bring back, I'm a goddamn right, I will.
Yay!
But,
and this time, Tyler, we'll do
we're part
a
of USA
job.
Today now, bro. We're part of USA Today now. So,
Oh, Jesus.
We're going
oh,
places.
my God. I don't want to get you guys banned, though. I don't want to get you guys banned. All right.
Never get us banned. You are the greatest. What is up, brother?
Oh, nothing. I'm actually driving. I'm running an errand, and I heard you guys talk about TRT Vitor. It reminded me of a story. I watched Vitor's fight where a truly diminished Vitor Belfort fought a truly diminished Nate Marquardt and looked like absolute dog shit. So I'm thinking Lyoto Machida coming off suspension where he was definitely doing steroids and had got a long rest coming out. He has a lot of fights with high-level guys. Dude, Loyola's going to beat the shit out of Vitor. I'm sorry, but Vitor's just so compromised at this point. There's just no way. And I was like, well, I better call in and get some insight because this card is getting no love and there's good fights on it.
Yeah, well, like I was saying, it's definitely a sleeper card for sure. I mean, all right, so this is Vitor's retirement fight, and I think it's great that it's against Machida, for sure. We were just talking about the Lineker Brian Kelleher fight, which is like to me, it kind of pisses me off because Aljamain Sterling, who he's another friend of the show, teammate of mine, and Kareem has been getting nothing but shit for his last fight against the guy who was unranked but was 15-0 and like 4-0 or 3-0 in the UFC. He was getting nothing but shit for beating this guy. But John Lineker, who's ranked number 6, gets to fight Brian Kelleher, who's unranked, and nobody has shit to say about it.
All right, I'm going to throw a couple things out there because you've touched on a couple things. Number one, we're talking about Aljamain Sterling, who I think he's brilliant. I love him. I think he gets a little bit of shit because his fighting style isn't the most exciting, but I love his fighting style. I love grapplers. I love his pressure style. I love his takedown style. That's just me. But when you're that outspoken and you're not exactly, I think he should be a fan favorite. He's one of my favorites. When you don't get that kind of pop from the fans to use a pro wrestling term, UFC ain't going to be as nice to you. Now, you look at John Lineker. Who was John Lineker's last fight? Do you guys know? Because I do.
Who?
T.J. Dillashaw. And let me tell you something. T.J. Dillashaw beat the goddamn brakes off John Lineker. When I say beat the brakes off him, just beat him from pillar to post the entire fight. And Lineker would not stop. Listen, I think Lineker has a lot. After that fight, to shut the holes in his game, but you can't.
Well, we'll never have anything bad to say about T.J. Dillashaw here on this show, just because of Jose Torres being an alum on this show. You know what I mean?
But I hear you saying, but he's the fucking champion of the world, man. And Lineker went in there and took everything, including the kitchen sink, and was still standing. You can hit Lineker in the face with a fucking wrench, and he won't stop. So, I mean, he's just exciting. Now, you have a guy named Brian Boom Keller. You know Brian Keller's story?
No, not at all. I know nothing about this guy.
Dude, one of my favorite. He's a CES guy. He came up. He came up kind of in the same area. He had go on his Twitter account and look at his pinned tweet.
You're breaking up, Tyler.
Yeah, I couldn't hear him for a second.
Can you hear me now? You guys
It's
got me?
a little bit better.
Hold on. All right. Anyway, like the story was, we good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're good, man.
All right. So his tweet was, "Hey, I was just a 10-7 pro. Lost like 3 or 4.
We're losing you, buddy.
Got the job. They just said, you know what? That's it. I'm done losing. I'm done selling myself short. I won 7 in a row, all prospects. Now I'm in the UFC." That's a guy with some fucking self-belief and some heart. He's got in the UFC. I believe he's won 2 in a row. That guy's an animal. I'm sorry. Just from a human standpoint and a fighter standpoint, a determination standpoint, he's an animal. And he was 10-7. He won like 5 or 7 in a row. You can't teach that kind of heart.
You can't teach that kind of winning. This fight is a great fight.
But who do you think is going to win?
Lineker. I think the world of Brian. I think the world of that kid. But I think that if Lineker is able to take just a hellacious beating from T.J. Dillashaw and still come forward, I think Brian's probably going to unload on him. I think Lineker is going to take some shots. He might be in trouble once or twice, but I think he'll take over in the second and either finish or grind out a decision in the third.
Oh, I love your assessment on that, bro. Well, good. You know what? I'm glad we have you on the line because, Tricia, we love you. I know you don't know the fight like the three of us do, so we're going to keep Tyler on for the rest of this. We got Mackenzie Dern against the Pride Rules alumni Amanda Bobby Cooper. Now, it's a little bit strange because Dern left MMA Lab before this fight with Cooper. Dern's striking is below amateur at best. Yes, her jiu-jitsu is amazing. Her Brazilian accent needs some work. Do you think she's going to beat Cooper? Because I don't. I think Amanda Cooper's boxing is going to fucking destroy her. What do you think, Tyler?
Okay, so you're looking at that. I think Cooper definitely has way better boxing. One of the things is I listened to Mackenzie's most recent interview. Do we even know where she's training at this point? Because I don't. And when you have the kind of she has all the backing in the world. She has the hype machine of the UFC behind her. She comes from a wealthy family. She can train with anyone she wants. She needs to get out of her comfort zone and go somewhere like Southern California, work with Rampage's boxing coach, or go to Colorado, work with Dwayne, or maybe even go to Vegas and work with John Wood. She has any one of those people would take her, and she's just not doing it. And I understand it. The thing is, will Amanda be able to keep her stay on the feet? That's the big question. Because I think once it hits the ground, Mackenzie just outclasses everybody. And it's not a knock against anyone on the roster. It's not like, oh, their jiu-jitsu sucks. It's nah, she's on just another level. And you saw it with Dylan Dennis. Whatever you think of him, you hit the ground at one.
All right, you had to bring up Dylan Dennis. I know. You know, Connor's affiliated with you somehow. I know. But you had to bring up Dylan fucking Dennis. Fuck Dylan Dennis.
Why? All right, listen. Gordon Ryan said it best, and Tom DeBlas said it best. When they came face to face with Dylan just said, "Hey, Dylan, apologize. Say, hey, man, I'm just trying to make money." Then Gordon said it best. He had a good match with Gordon. Dylan had a great match at ADCC, and then Gordon said it best. He's like, "I wish Dylan nothing but the best. He's just trying to make money in a sport where there's not a lot of it, meaning jiu-jitsu." And I think that's a great assessment. Now that he's in the MMA arena, he has the name. He's built up his hype. He can actually make some goddamn money. You know what it's like when you're fighting you can't make money? Now he has an opportunity to make money. God bless you. Talk as much as you fucking want. Get that goddamn paper. Because you know what?
Yeah, but
it's not going to be there forever.
Yeah, but didn't Gary Tonin and Gordon Ryan make six figures just doing jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, they're the two best in the world, and they've won every effing tournament. Six figures, I don't know. You have to ask them. They're both living, a lot better than most guys trying to be pro jiu-jitsu players are. But they're also two of the best in the world, and they're under the wing of Tom DeBlas, Ricardo Almeida, and Renzo Gracie. Renzo Gracie just gave a speech, gave a talk at Harvard about his business. Think about that. A guy who owns a jiu-jitsu school gave a talk at Harvard Business School because he's so successful. They came
You
from
just
a great
left a
place.
big name out of that, by the way. You left a huge name
Yeah,
out of all
huge,
those names
huge.
that you just answered, that you just said.
do we need to talk about Connor? Do we really need to do that?
No, you left a huge name in John Danaher. You left him out of that equation.
Jeez.
Well, I'm sorry. As much as I love John Danaher, he's much better at teaching leg locks than he is getting his students money.
Oh, my God. Did you really just say that?
He's not the marketing guy. He is the best coach in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. The best. But I don't think
you
he's the marketing
redeemed yourself
guy.
with that. You redeemed yourself with that.
He is the best coach in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He is the best coach. I am sorry, but the guy's a freaking genius, has one leg basically, and he's just crushing it. Like with GSP, Gordon Ryan, Gary Tonin, like just the names go on and on. But shit, I don't want to be my spokesperson for anything except the leg lock DVD.
So let's get back to the fight.
Yeah.
Do you think Mackenzie Dern's got what it takes to beat Amanda Bobby Cooper? Do you think Amanda Bobby Cooper, her wrestling is great. She got terrific wrestling.
Yeah.
Her boxing is terrific. Do you think Mackenzie Dern's lackluster striking, and I mean, you know it's bad. She's got one big punch that she tries to land. And that's pretty much about it.
Listen, like a lot of it depends on the coaching she's gotten and how she's accepted that, like how she's assimilated that coaching. Listen, if you could teach her a good jab, a good distance creator, a good teep, a good leg kick, and like a good overhand right, good straight right, that sort of thing, man, like that would make a world of difference. Like I've won fights on distance control, leg kicks, and submissions plenty of times. Like it's very doable. You compete at a very high level with just those weapons, but it just depends on if she assimilated that. And her wrestling is definitely above average, but she's not she's not a grinder, she's not a killer the way Amanda is. So I don't know. It all depends on how much her striking's improved and if she can get Amanda to the ground. Also, what's Amanda's top game like? Will she have good submission defense over Mackenzie's world-class bottom game? That's another consideration. Those are the key points. Well, those questions will be answered very early in the fight.
Well, I mean, we saw what Amanda's top game was like against the queen of MMA. What the fuck was her name? God, I made fun of her so much I can't even remember her fucking name. Angela Magana.
Oh, okay.
Magana.
I thought you meant Shayna Baszler.
No, Angela Magana.
Oh, okay. We said Queen of, and I was like, oh, Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler. Wait, she's a wrestler now. Anyway, yeah. But John's not really a test. Man, John's not really a test, though.
So, Kareem,
like,
what do you think? Kareem, who do you think is going to win this fight? Dern or Pride Rolls alum Amanda Bobby Cooper?
I haven't seen anything spectacular at Dern.
No.
I'm not impressed.
No, her first fight with the UFC was so lackluster in the beginning. I mean, the most exciting, and Tyler, you could agree to this, the most exciting part of Mackenzie Dern's first fight was the last minute and 30 seconds. That was it.
All right. I'm just happy you said that. I was expecting you to say something really politically incorrect. I was going to be like, oh, fuck, how am I going to mitigate this? But
wait, you actually wanted me to say something politically correct? The cunt commander over here. Incorrect. I know you, but I would agree. I would actually 100% agree with that statement. Like one thing, like people think about Mackenzie Dern. If they missed her first UFC fight, what do you think about? Think about her last fight in LFA, where she looked amazing. You know. She has capabilities. Like we're all busting on her because of her shitty fake accent and her shitty striking, but she has ability.
She has potential. She can improve. Like, it's within the. Listen, I'm old as dirt, and I've improved between fights. So,
bro, we're around the same age, so fuck you for saying that. First of all.
You're drinking the haterade, sir. Listen, I personally think, I mean, if she's improved, has she closed the gap enough to like beat someone in the top 15? I don't know, but she really has the ability to be good. She does, but will it be this time out? I don't know. I give the slight edge. I really do give the slight edge to Amanda, but it just all depends on how much better Mackenzie's got.
So, yeah, I know I just got fired on air by Tommy D, but I just like to let y'all know.
I did not fire you.
Listen, bro. You can't record. You can't take that back. Tyler, listen.
I override Tommy. You're not fired. You're not fired. I override him.
Thank you. At least somebody came to my defense. Kareem sitting here all silent. We trying to figure out whether or not we supposed to talk. Tommy fired us on air. Anyway, we got
Listen, he's ridiculous. You can't pay Mariah anymore.
He gets signed one day by Fight Book and with USA Today. He out here calling shots, telling us not to talk. Anyway, we got 7 minutes left, so you got to pick one of the last 2 fights that you wanted to talk about tonight, Tommy.
All right.
I'm gonna jump in over Tommy. You don't get to pick. Let's
fight
let
back.
Tyler pick it. Let's go that way.
Okay. Go ahead, give him his option.
Wait, yeah, give me that. Wait, what are we doing? You guys lost
One
me
of the
there.
last.
Am I picking?
I would say
What's am I picking?
Your stance, yeah, your opinion on Gastelum and Jacare.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
This, honestly, I could talk about either 2 fights, Lioness and fucking... Who's Lioness fighting again? Pennington. I could talk about that fight, but, dude, Gastelum versus Jacare that's an amazing fight. Let's look at it. Jacare is just world-class on the ground, and the man has also got hands. If you think Jacare has to have hands, he's got hands. He's got some shins on him too. Gastelum, I think, is probably at this point, with all the old guys fading out, Gastelum probably had the best boxing outside of Michael Bisping in the middleweight division. And I said that. I actually, before the Bisping fight, would have said that. He obviously has better boxing than Bisping, but I think this one depends on if Jacare can hurt Kelvin on the feet, which I don't think he can. Then if he gets to the ground, which Kelvin I believe was a college wrestler. I also know he's a pretty advanced 10 Planet guy. I don't see Jacare being able to take Kelvin down. So I want to say Kelvin, either second or third round TKO or dominant decision. And with that being said, I'll preface that I am a huge Jacare fan. But until someone shuts Kelvin down, people forget this. Who's the last person to beat Kelvin? Because I don't remember. He's won 3, 4 in a row in the middleweight division. That's a beast. Oh yeah, Weidman. Okay, so he lost to a former world champion. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah, I think, and to be perfectly honest, you're looking at how young Kelvin is. You fight a guy that many stripes, a guy like Weidman, you're that young, after you've beaten that many guys. I mean, I don't know Kelvin, but from everything I've heard about him, he's a great dude. Maybe his head got a little big, but whatever. I just see him learning from that experience and getting better, and I think we're going to see the best Kelvin we've ever seen.
I couldn't agree more, honestly. I think when Jacare signed that huge fight deal with the UFC, I don't know if that fucks with him mentally or what, but he signed that huge fight deal, got dusted by Robert Whittaker, and I don't think we've seen him since.
that's Robert Whitaker, though. Like, I think the thing about Robert Whitaker is people didn't realize what a goddamn beast that guy was because no one knew who he was. Legit. No one outside of Australia knew who Robert Whitaker was. Then he came out and just dealt with Yoel Romero. And people are like, word, who is this guy? So, man, like, people just didn't know who he was. Now they do. So I don't think that's not a huge knock on Jacare because he's fighting the best guy in the world at that time. Like as of right then, Whitaker's the best guy in the world at that point. I believe he obviously has the belt now. He's the best guy in the world. So what are you gonna say about that? I mean, I think you worry about Yoel. You say, oh, he got dusted. I don't think his head got I don't think he got a big head over getting a contract. I mean, this is a guy that came from nothing in Brazil. He came from the favelas. He's had nothing. I don't think he's a big head guy. He's a humble guy. I just think he just got outclassed, which is hard to say because he's such a destroyer, but he's got outclassed. It happens to the best of us. Believe me, I know.
Well, he's a destroyer once it gets to the ground. Yeah. But as far as stand-up goes, I think Kelvin might have the power. I mean, I don't know. This is one of those fights that's a toss-up.
Kelvin he's going to crack Jacare, and the report the next morning is going to read, Jacare was a brave man, admirable of him coming off that L to take this fight against Kelvin, who's quickly becoming a knockout artist. Like, this guy, I don't know.
All right.
I think he's going to punch a hole in Jacare.
I agree with you about everything you just said about Kelvin. I fully agree with you. But let's not forget something. The Michael Bisping that Kelvin fought was fucking compromised.
That's true.
Like, I have all the respect in the world for Michael Bisping. I've also got knocked out, jumped into the ring immediately after my suspension was over, and got staggered by punches that I would eat like goddamn Tic Tacs before. There is something you need to take 6 months. You need to take time off after you get shut off like that. Bisping didn't, and he dearly paid for it.
That's you can't argue with you there. That's 100% accurate.
Well, wait, what are you talking about? That you jumped back in the cage. Which fight are you talking about?
After I fought The Ultimate Fighter, I fought a guy I'd beaten before, and I just wanted a quick match, get another win under my belt. I'd already beaten the guy by first round knockout, then he beat me by first round knockout. I ate a punch that I would normally eat like a goddamn Tic Tac, and it put me down. Like, that doesn't happen to me. That was because I got in too quickly after a bad knockout. It is what it is.
Well, you also decided to go. You also decided to go to light heavyweight, you crazy bastard.
The graveyard's full of brave men. And yeah, no, you have a point, but I should have taken a fucking year off. After that, I took a year off, and now I was back to my normal self. It is what it is. Like, guys, the only thing that will really mitigate the bad effects, the bad post-concussive effects, and the things like you not being able to take a punch, the only thing that will mitigate that is time. It is what it is. You need time after a knockout, and Bisping didn't take it, and he paid for it.
God damn you for bringing that up, because for some odd reason, I don't know why, I decided to start watching The Ultimate Fighter on Hulu, and they only have 2 seasons, and one of them is season 19, so god damn you for bringing that up. I mean, really?
Oh,
you have to bring that up?
Well, you know what the problem was? Along with cutting 47 pounds, my beard was in a stage of infancy, and I wasn't getting proper beard powers, and that was part of it. But
it's like it's like when we had Eddie on last week, because Eddie just keeps posting the video of Josh Shaman kicking him in the face, and I'm like, Eddie, why do you keep posting that? Stop posting that.
I fucking hate. Well, no, actually, I'm not gonna say that because God rest his soul, Josh Miles, good dude. I just hate him because he beat my boy Jimmy Quinlan. But listen, man, we all deal with our fucking low points in the sport in different ways. A just freaking takes it head on and laughs at it. Me, I was like, I never want to see that again because every time someone searches me on Google or YouTube, they see it. So whatever. There's no hiding from it. Some guys just confront it in a different way, you know?
Yeah, but when you're friends with the people, like you're a friend of the show. Eddie is a friend of the show. When you guys keep posting it, it's like, Jesus Christ, just stop it. I don't want to see it anymore.
Listen. Anytime I get into an argument on a forum, any forum, anytime I do that, I start dropping knowledge bombs. I start pissing everybody off with like all the truth I'm dropping. They'll just post a video. They just post a link to the video of me getting knocked out. Or they post a gift or something like that. It's just what they do. Like, listen, I've lost fights. I've lost from Mirali Akbari. I've lost on the Ultimate Fighter. You can find pictures of me losing a fight online. Like, my fight career is out there, warts and all. So I can either be scared of it, or I can just say, this is what happened. It is what it is. I'll get him the next time. And that's what Eddie does, and he laughs at it, and God bless him for doing it. Because he's a goddamn beast as far as I'm concerned. So, fuck.
You know what, man?
What?
You know what, man? Honestly,
yeah,
that might have happened to you, but you at least got the shot. Where most of these guys, they don't get the shot. So these people that are posting it and saying whatever the hell they want.
No. That's the thing. I fully agree with you. Listen, most people, they're like most of these people that are doing that, they're going to die. Like what? I'll be like, oh, you're gonna die. Like they're gonna die a very lonely death, sitting in their bed, questioning all the things they've ever done. Like, and they're gonna like have that pain and regret of never putting it all on the line, never having known. I'll like, you know, when I'm on my deathbed, I'll have no regrets because I know I gave it my all. I know I put myself out there. I know I took the chance. I know what I'm made of. So, listen, and on top of that, despite all this shit, I love glorious moments in the sport, so I have no regrets.
That's fucking
I love the... yeah, right? That's amazing. So let's talk about the last fight on this card. Main event. Amanda Nunes versus Raquel Pennington. Tyler, what round do you think Pennington gets knocked out in? First or second?
One.
In agreement with Paula, first round.
Right.
Exactly.
Let me put it this way. You guys know how big I am. When I shake someone's hand, my hand dwarfs them. I met Amanda. She had an event at my gym in the lead up to UFC 220. First of all, such a gracious lady, such a sweetheart, amazing. When I shook her hand, I was like, God damn. Number one, the grip, like she did nice for her managing. I was like, oh, that's good. Secondly, my hand didn't engulf hers. She fights at 135, and like I have mitts, and my hand was like, I was like, oh shit, she's got some big hands. That's why she smashes people. She got some giant mitts and just smashes people. On top of her amazing power, her amazing skill set, she's just a physical freak. So I'm sorry, love you, Raquel Pennington. I love everything you do. I have the utmost respect for you. Your game is a goddamn killer.
Oh yeah, we're all in agreement that Nunes is going to smash Pennington, and you know what? She needs to, because the UFC needs Nunes versus Cyborg. Somebody needs to knock Cyborg off that pedestal, and I think Nunes is the only one that can.
I think Nunes is skillful, but at the same time, she's the horsepower.
You're breaking up, Tyler. What were you saying?
us, Tyler?
You guys hear me?
Tyler? Now we can
I'm
hear you.
here. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so my I think she's super skillful, but at the same time, she's a horsepower fighter. Do you know what I mean by that?
No, elaborate.
Okay, so best example I can think of when Brock fought Kane, that was horsepower versus technique. Okay, so Brock usually is great at good wrestling. I'm not gonna say great wrestling, way above average wrestling, but he's not like the most skillful technical wrestler. He is a horsepower guy. He is a giant gorilla that knows how to wrestle, would pick people up and smash them and just beat them down. He tried to have the Kane, and Kane was like, well, I'm going to use my butterfly guard, then I'm going to get up, and then I'm going to, like, defend a couple takedowns. Then you're going to get tired. Then I'm going to box your face off and knock you out. That's exactly what happened. Now, Nunes has great boxing, great technique, but she's so explosive. So explosive. She is like explodes on girls. Just bop, knocks them out. So I think that Cyborg is kind of the same way, but I think she's more skillful and a little bigger. So I think that might be the deciding factor. I think right now on the roster, Nunes probably has the best chance of being Cyborg.
Oh. Kareem, you feel the same way?
That's the fight I wanted to see. I wanted to see Amanda versus Cyborg, but, you know.
Being Brazilian, no. Fight. Can't. All that good shit.
Like that. Like if you want, like think about these Brazilian cards. They always have good matchups, never marquee matchups. Let me tell you, that is one marquee matchup that you could actually do in Brazil.
Oh God, for sure.
Like that roof they would tear the roof off that place. That's one marquee matchup that you want to see in Brazil. But I don't know, man. The UFC looking for these money fights. I think it's a great thing, but at the same time, I hate seeing the light heavyweight division held up right now. But we will see. I think honestly, as soon as the fight's over, I think we're gonna lose TC. She should probably relinquish the belt and let Gus fight whoever. Well, actually, Gus get a win, then fight for the belt, but whatever.
Well, that would be the one fight that you wouldn't hear Uwe Maher or wherever the hell they say. You know, that would definitely be the one fight that you wouldn't hear that. But shit. All right, we definitely went over. I don't give a shit because it goes to iTunes after this. If you were listening live, you need to jump back onto the iTunes to listen to the rest of the show. Tyler, thank you so much for calling in. You definitely brought the fire in the last half of this episode. You need to call in more, goddammit. You know?
Well, I think you guys were trying to get me to call in a couple of last week or something. I'm in bed, fully drifting, and my phone goes off 3 times. And I'm like, I love you all, but I need my sleep right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, we were trying to get you to call in. We were trying to get you to call in when your boy fucking blew us off. You know what I mean? Who's now a champion.
Oh God, I'm sorry. Hey, listen, there's two absolutes in life: death and fucking fighters acting aloof.
Well, hey man, if you could set it up with us to have him come on again, where he actually answers the phone, that would be great. But if not, it's no big deal.
Don't worry. Listen. Actually, guys, I'm gonna have something for you in the next few weeks. I gotta talk to a few people, but I'll throw it out there that I've been working with somebody that has a big fight coming up on the Contender Series. Doing some training with them, strength conditioning, taking an active part in this camp. I will speak to him. It's a good chance. I just got my supplement sponsorship, so he owes me. It's a good chance that I'm calling for you guys. We'll talk about it soon.
Look at that.
All right.
Tyler working on the side for us.
That's right. Well, we will be looking forward to that. So listen, everybody, hopefully we might have a second show this week. We might not. Roberto was supposed to call in later this week, but he surprised us by calling in tonight. So if we have another show, we will post it. If not, we will talk to you guys next Monday. Shout out to our sponsors, 80K Fightwear, Black Hole Jiu-Jitsu, Madama Jiu-Jitsu, 2 Minute Warning Sports 360, and our new partners, Roberto and the team over at Fightbook MMA. Go over to their website. You will find our podcast there. I am the Reverend Tommy D, joined with me tonight by Kareem the Dream, the First Lady of 2 Minute Warning Sports, Tricia, and ending the show, our boy, Tyler King. Ladies and gentlemen,
everyone,
Pride Room.
Everyone, get on Twitter. Tweet at Ryzen. Tweet at the Ryzen staff. You want Tyler King on July 29th in Saitama Super Arena.
We want Tyler King there, and he'll be wearing the Pride Rules fucking logo again. Right, Tyler?
Yeah. Right, Tyler?
Is it even a question? Is it even a question?
That's right.
Yeah.
We are Pride Rules Podcast. Good night.
Peace.
I guess.